We're no different than any two brothers. I mean, there was always a game of ball hockey with a fight at the end.
I know a lot of our friends that have seen us when we were younger probably think we're wrestling around trying to kill each other all the time, but there haven't been any really big fights yet. We both have such a goal of where we want to be, and I mean, once you know that, you both want to do whatever's best for the company to get there.
We kind of each have our forte and works good. You can't hide from them. You can't just go home and just say, oh, I can't deal with that guy at work because it's too bad. The guy at work's your brother. Like, you're going to family dinner with him Sunday, so.
Well, I'm Kyle Maynard, co-owner of Farmboys Incorporated.
My name's Brian Maynard. I am the co-owner of Farmboys Inc. This kitchen has been the hub, I guess, basically this whole farm. It's been here before the farm. My grandfather's parents grew up here, my grandfather grew up here, mother grew up here, I grew up here, and now I'm raising a family here as well.
My grandfather originally owned Arlington Farms, and he was planning on selling, so my brother and I both got together and said this was something we dreamt about doing, and so we made some plans and bought a portion of Arlington Farms and started a company. It was rare for someone my brother and I's age to probably take the plunge into ownership. There was a generation missing in this farm.
My father took off out of here one Saturday morning, walked out that door, and he's just never come back.
I was 7 years old. It was very shocking. I remember I was at a ball game and they came and got me.
Just a normal day, they were harvesting grain and he was moving a grain auger and he got hung up in a power line. It was over as quick as it began.
It makes you wonder, you question, why, but you never get an answer. Oh no, we had some hard knocks, but anyway, I guess most everybody does, and you make the best of it. I hope they'll get along without any hard knocks. Yeah, he'd be very proud. The buttons on his shirt would be bursting. And if he were living, he'd be right into one of the tractors and going, put him in a tractor, and he was happy. Brenda, there, she was left with a lot on her hands, but she made a terrific job of coping with it.
One thing, my mother, she never really let us believe that that's what happened. Like, it was always, we knew what happened, but it was never like farming did it. It was an accident. I'm sure there was mixed emotions, but when this opportunity came up and Brian and I both kind of said that that's what we're going to do, she'd been nothing but supportive ever since. So that was very rare to have, my grandfather who just turned 80 had to get out of it, and we had no other choice. It couldn't just, somebody else could look after it for 10 years until we were a little bit more groomed for it. It was now or never. It's a huge risk, you're taking on putting up your family home to try and make a living when there is a lot of easier ways of doing it.
I thought they were a bit crazy. I mean, Kyle had a good job, weekends off. It took a while to get your mind twisted around that, but it didn't surprise me as much probably for Brian, because Brian seemed to be always on the farm anyway, but it was a big step for them, two young fellas starting out. You get a lot of worries. Mother Nature has a lot to do with that. I'm Blanche Maynard, I'm 81 years old, and I'm the grandmother of Farmboys.
My grandfather would be the biggest influence. You learn basically by watching. He has no idea what he's taught me.
I would imagine that I'm going to do this as long as I possibly can, but I would like to do it until I'm able to successfully move it to either a successor or one of my kids that want to take it over, or maybe one of my brother's kids that want to take it over. Other than that, I would really like to do it as long as I live.
No, I don't have any plans of retiring, that's for sure. And that might have been born and bred in me as well. That's the plan. The plan is there's no plan. It's tough to really show somebody exactly what farming means to you. Farming's taken away so much from me, and I can't stop.
It needs to be a part of you. I can remember that's all I wanted to do. If somebody asked me in elementary what I was going to do, it was going to be a farmer. It was pretty easy for me.
The only thing that I would tell a young person that's thinking about it is that you can't do this because you think you want to do this. You can only do this if you can't stand not to do this. How many are behind us right now? Let's just, if there's 2 million pounds, I'm going to say that there's just shy of 4 million potatoes back there.
I was going to say maybe even more, probably 4.5 million.
But I mean, the reason why I went low there is because if he went over, see, he's off the show. See, I can still go to the
Price is Right.
showcase showdown, right?
I'm trying to win both showcases.
Again, the older brother always has to let the younger brother win, so we'll let him have that.